Is there anything in your mind that the president can do now to make this any better?
What do you think? You know the shit he's been saying. He's been calling Mexican immigrants rapists and criminals. I don't know, like, members of the press, what the Hold on a second. You know, it's these questions that you know the answers to. I mean, connect the dots about what he's been doing in this country. He's not tolerating racism, he's promoting racism. He's not tolerating violence, he's inciting racism and violence in this country.
At the end of the day, especially because this was a white supremacist manifesto, that I want to say with more moral clarity that Donald Trump is responsible for this. He's responsible because he is stoking fears and hatred and bigotry. He is responsible because he's failing to condemn white supremacy and see it as it is, which is responsible for such a significant amount of the terrorist attacks.
I am sure that President Trump does not want anybody in this country to go around shooting other people. But what he has got to understand is that when you have language that is racist, that is virulently anti-immigrant, there are mentally unstable people in this country who see that as a sign to do terrible, terrible things. So I think the president has got to stop that racism and that xenophobia immediately.
He's been emboldening white supremacists his entire presidency and his campaign. He's been using language to demonize immigrants, to demonize the vulnerable his entire presidency. He was at a rally in Florida where he's talking about immigrants, and he said, "What should we do? What should we do?" And someone shouts out, "Shoot them," and he laughed.
This is terrorism, and we have to name it as such. It is very clear that the loss of American life in Charleston, in San Diego, in Pittsburgh, by all appearances now in El Paso too, is symptomatic of the effects of white nationalist terrorism. We cannot keep America safe from this threat to the American people if we're not prepared to name it and confront it. We need an administration that is ready to do that.
There is a consequence to the words that the President of the United States speaks. And when she uses the microphone in a way that is about elevating public discourse and speaking to our better selves and our higher angels, there will be a consequence for that as well. We have a current President of the United States who does not understand the responsibility that comes with the office.